Hello, everyone. A blessed day to you all. We shall continue the discussion on the goods of marriage. Please take note, dear students, that the expression goods or bona of marriage originated with Saint Augustine. Augustine used the expression bona, which is the plural of the Latin bonum, in the rich and significant sense of blessings. We find in Saint Augustine constant insistence that marriage is good because of three fundamental values or goods. What are these goods in marriage? The goods of marriage are offspring, chaste fidelity, and unbreakable bond. Let's talk about offspring. The fruitfulness of the conjugal union fulfills man's and woman's longing for self-perpetuation and the perpetuation in offspring of conjugal love. The church says a child does not come from outside as something added on to the mutual love of the spouses, but springs from the very heart of that mutual giving as its fruit and fulfillment. The fruitfulness of conjugal love extends to the fruits of the moral, spiritual, and supernatural life that parents hand on to their children by education. Being open to having children is the fruit of total self-giving love. Accepting the responsibility of having children and nurturing them is the ultimate expression of marital union. Here we discover that parents are the principal and first educators of their children. In this sense, the fundamental task of marriage and family is to be at the service of life. Spouses to whom God has not granted children can nevertheless have a conjugal life full of meaning in both human and Christian terms. Their marriage can radiate a fruitfulness of charity, of hospitality, and of sacrifice. Married couples are expected to serve life, and they can do so by being open to children. Dear students, one method that goes against this good of marriage is contraception. Contraception prevents conception or stops the possibility of producing new life. Contraception harms the couple not just spiritually, but also physically. And to constantly retain the couple's openness to procreation, the church encourages responsible parenthood and the practice of natural family planning. Adopting this method, which is natural family planning, looks at pregnancy not as a problem, but an opportunity to perpetuate life. And children here are not seen as commodities, but gifts coming from God. Natural family planning allows couples to use their human wisdom in cooperation with God to build their families lovingly and responsibly. Let's proceed to the second good, which is chaste fidelity. Chaste fidelity refers to the exclusive fidelity of the marital relationship of one man and one woman. This expresses the commitment to a faithful and exclusive love in marriage. This good of marriage, which is chaste fidelity, is a concrete sign of Christ's faithfulness and love to his church. Just as Christ was willing to offer his life to the church, here we are given a symbol, an expression on how couple should live with faithfulness their commitment to one another. Since marriage is a partnership of mutual and exclusive fidelity, conjugal love demands that the spouses are faithful to each other. No one can make a total gift of self to another for the time being. And for this reason, adultery, polygamy, and all promiscuity contradict the meaning of marriage. What does the church say about love in marriage? The church says love seeks to be definitive. It cannot be an arrangement until further notice. Why is this so? Because marriage is a sacred sign of Christ's love for his church. The love of the spouses must be exclusive. Christ is not fickle-minded. He is not faithful to us one day and faithful the next day. Neither can it be for a married couple. The next good of marriage is the so-called unbreakable bond or permanences. This basically refers to the permanence of the relationship, the unbreakable character or indissolubility of the marital bond. This unity is beyond mere unity of the flesh. It demands permanence, indissolubility for the entire life of the married couple. The union is so profound and total that it ends in death. Only death can dissolve it. This is emphasized by Jesus when he said in Mark 10:9, therefore, what God has joined together, no human being must separate. Marriage is a partnership established by mutual consent. Marriage is the only one of the 7 sacraments of the church that is not conferred by a priest or deacon. Marriage is conferred by the couple themselves, each spouse on the other. In fact, the church teaches this one. The church holds the exchange of consent between the spouses to be the indispensable element that makes the marriage. This is why it is very important that the spouses understand the reality to which they are committing themselves. They are, in fact, freely giving themselves to each other so that the two of them might become white flesh. To recap our short discussion, the goods of marriage originated with Augustine, and the goods of marriage are the following: offspring, chaste fidelity, and unbreakable bond, or the indissolubility of marriage. Thank you, and God bless you.